This story is going to take a bit of setting up, so bear with me. So in my freshman and sophomore years of college, I worked as a parking attendant. Not the valet guys who parked your fancy car away and probably got sweet tips. No, I'm the person who sat in a tiny booth at the end of a lot and controlled that gate arm thing. Now, disclaimer, I really liked this job. I had a lot of time to do my homework and the pay was really good. I'm talking $11 an hour, where minimum wage was $9 at the time or something, because California's great. After I moved, I realized how good I had it. I'm looking at you, Indiana, because now I'm a teaching assistant and I only make $8.25 an hour. Anyway, I was employed by the university's transportation department, and I worked for the lot surrounding the school's medical center. After working there for 2 years, I realized why they paid us $11 an hour. Because everyone hates parking. People hate finding parking, people hate paying for parking, people hate waiting in line to leave. And if people were upset, they directed that anger at the parking attendant, which is me. Now don't get me wrong, most people were sane and nice when they pulled up, but then there were those nutcases. So while I was working there, you could end up at one of 3 lots. Morge, which was a small lot next to the cancer center, Thornton, which was the main visitor lot, and ECPS, which is where I usually worked. ECPS is a structure right next to the emergency room, and it contains some visitor parking and a lot of employee parking. So visitors had to pull a ticket and then pay when they left, while employees just needed to display their parking permit. There were a whole variety of permits, but that's a different story. Now, you know how there are usually only 2 gates, an entrance and an exit? Well, ECPS was special and it had 3. An entrance, an exit, and an extra lane in the middle, which could be used as either. However, usually this was only used as an entrance since it wasn't really hooked up to a register or anything. But on rare occasions, we could let people out with permits manually when there was a huge backup. Okay, now that the introduction is out of the way, enter Mr. Architect. I was assigned a closing shift at ECPS, and when I came to relieve my coworker that had the shift before me, she informed me that the primary entrance gate was broken and maintenance had coned it off, and the middle lane was now the only entrance. And I was like, okay, cool. Doesn't really matter since we only rarely use it to relieve traffic. So I'm like halfway through my shift, and there's a 3-car lineup, nothing major. I'm swiping the first person's credit card when Mr. Architect pulls up to the middle lane and starts motioning me to raise the gate arm. Now, the middle lane is the only entrance at this point, and I couldn't just let him out there, so I motioned him to come back around and get back in line. He angrily points at the middle gate while I continue helping the other cars. By the time he drives back around, the line is completely gone. He pulls up and immediately starts questioning me why I couldn't let him out the middle. I explained to him that because the entrance gate is broken down, the middle gate is now the only entrance, but I noticed his permit immediately and said he was free to go. And you would think it'd end there, but nope. He starts ranting that I'm wrong and saying things like, and I quote, "He helped build this place, and he knows the parking structure's layout, and I should have been able to let him out of the center. What's your name? I want to talk to your manager. You're gonna get fired for this." Now, I've had people want to file complaints before about the price of parking, etc., so I handed him my manager's business card and wrote my name on the back. But even that wasn't enough for him. He just wouldn't leave. My manager gave us all a golden rule for dealing with angry customers. When in doubt, let them out. Now, the only problem is that I had already let this guy out. The gate arm was still there and open, but he continued ranting and screaming at me like I'd committed some horrible crime. "Do you know who I am? I'm a doctor, and my patient is going to bleed out and die because of you." Rah, 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 rah. And I am thinking, wait, he's a doctor now? At this point, I've run out of customer service script, and I just respond with, wait, shouldn't you hurry then? And I don't really understand what happened next, but this guy snapped. He starts violently unbuckling his seatbelt and opening his car door. My horror video game instincts kick in immediately, and I shut and locked the booth door so quick like a monster had spotted me and had a taste for frightened protagonist. As I start dialing for security, this guy has his face pressed up against the window. He then realizes I'm calling for help, and he jumps back in his car and drives off before security even picks up. What just happened?